All right, hello, welcome back to Lainverse. I'm holding my mic because I do not know where the clip for it went. So we're just going to be using it as a microphone like I'm a news reporter. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Okay, now that that's done, Alexa was just trying to tell me my daily affirmations or my hourly affirmations. Um, so today we're gonna be making scrunchies, not any scrunchies, not any regular scrunchies. We're gonna be making jumbo scrunchies because they're just cute, and I learned how to make them last week. They're very simple. I've literally made at least 15 since then. At least 15 since then. I'm gonna put some pictures of inspo and stuff for you, and I have a Pinterest board, so I'm gonna put that in the link in the description down below. I'm gonna put the link down there. Um, so yeah, today we're gonna be making scrunchies. So the first thing that you need is, of course, a hook. The bigger the hook, the bigger a scrunchie is. I'm going to be using a 6.5 millimeter hook today. You're going to need scrunchies, a plain scrunchie. I got these off of Amazon. I got 100 for, I want to say, like $10. Please excuse my dog. He is barking to the other dogs in the neighborhoods right now. They're like talking, I guess. But yeah, you're gonna need a crochet hook, scrunchie. I'm gonna put a list on the screen, and you're gonna need some yarn. The bigger the weight of the yarn, the heavier the weight, the thicker the weight. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Um, the thicker the yarn, the bigger your um scrunchie is gonna be. I'm gonna be using 4 weight yarn, and I'm gonna be doing 2 rows, and you'll get what I mean when I start. And I'm going to be tripling my yarn. I'm going to show you a technique that I learned to get 3 strands of yarn so that your project works up bigger. I love using this because it gets my projects done very fast, and they're always very thick and sturdy, and I love that. So yeah, um I made this scrunchie last week. I freaking love it. I'm not gonna be making this one in this video. I'm just gonna be making a plain one, but this one is acrylic yarn and the squeaky clean loops and threads yarn. I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute. I made one in white that I need to finish. That one I did 3 strands of both the white and the acrylic white and the squeaky clean yarn, and it's bigger than this one. I'm in love. So I'm not gonna be talking like this too much. You're just gonna be seeing me crocheting. Yeah, let's get into crocheting some scrunchies. You're literally gonna be hooked. When I'm telling, I literally made 15. I'm pretty sure it's more than 15 because I sold them at a market that I was doing last week. My best market yet. Please go watch my last video of my market prep and my market vlog. Um, yeah, I sold them there. I did, like, it was a pride celebration, so I did um like pride colors, the trans flag, the bisexual flag. Um, yeah, some of them I wasn't able to do, but I literally made, like, I made all of the pride ones the same day. Like at like 12 o'clock in the morning, I made all of them that day. And I was even making, I made like 3 bisexual flag scrunchies at the market, like while I was, sitting there, and they sold that day. So they're very easy to make. They take about an hour. If you know you've crocheted before, if you're still learning a little bit and getting used to it, it'll take you like 2-3 hours. Very quick. um you get to decide how big you want it. You can do 2 rows, 3 rows. I've never done 4 rows or 5 rows or 6 rows, but if that's what you want, do it, baby. Let's get into the scrunchie making now. Okay? Alright, let's make some scrunchies. I have my plain scrunchie, my 6mm hook, because I was gonna use a 6.5mm hook, but as soon as I sat down, it just vanished into thin air. So 6mm it is. And as I said before, I'll be using a 4-weight yarn. So first we're gonna obviously attach the yarn to the scrunchie, but I'm going to show you this 3-strand method that I was talking about that helps you work it up faster. So first you're going to find the end of the yarn, then fold it to any length. Later I'll show you how to make it longer, because eventually you're going to run out of the 3 strands and you're going to have to do this pull through method. So you're going to fold it in half and watch me drop it like a million times. Then you're going to fold it again, and you'll have 3 strands of yarn. So you're going to take the end where the end of the yarn is. That was kind of confusing, but you'll kind of understand what I'm meaning, where the end of the yarn is. Then you're going to make a slip knot. You're going to wrap it around your finger twice. Then you're going to cross over the one that's closest to you. Then you're going to cross it over again, but slide it off of your finger. And there you have a slip knot. I'm going to show you again. So you wrap it around your finger twice. The one that's closest to you, cross over. Then the one that's closest to you, cross over again and slide it off your finger. So there you're going to have a slip knot. You're not going to want to pull it all the way. You're going to want to pull it enough that your hook can get through, but not too big where it's going to keep on sliding out. And now we're going to attach the yarn to the scrunchie. You're going to put your hook through your scrunchie, then put your hook through your slip knot and pull it through the scrunchie. And for the tail end of the slip knot, you're going to pull that close to your scrunchie and crochet around it. So around the scrunchie, you're going to do single crochets. For a single crochet, you're going to yarn over and pull through your scrunchie. Then you're going to yarn over again and pull through the 2 loops on your hook. Again, for a single crochet, you're going to yarn over and pull through your scrunchie. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. You're going to continue to do this all the way around your scrunchie, and eventually you're going to run out of your 3 strands of yarn and you're going to have a loop at the end. Then you're going to use 2 fingers, or however many fingers you need, to pull through the working yarn through that loop and pull it however long that you'd like. The longer you pull it, the less times you're going to have to do it. Then you're going to continue to do your single crochets all the way around the scrunchie until the scrunchie is filled. Now, I like to do it so that the scrunchie is a bit stretched. I do have thicker hair. Obviously, I'm black. So, yeah, I like to do it so it's a bit stretched, because I have box braids sometimes faux locks, and sometimes I like to use the scrunchies as like a hairband for when my hair is in a pineapple. If you're a black girl, or if you're cultured, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I like to stretch it a bit. You can do it however much you'd like. You're going to want to put a few extra single crochets on the scrunchie when you get around to the end, so that when it stretches, you don't see the scrunchie underneath, like the base scrunchie. So finally, when you get to the end, you're going to need to attach it to the first stitch there. You're going to find the first stitch, put your hook through it, then you're going to yarn over and pull through watch me struggle. You're going to yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. What I just did was clearly not a slip stitch, but a single crochet. But even if you mess up, you're not going to see it. Now, once you do your slip stitch, you're going to chain 3. Then you're going to do at least 3 double crochets into each stitch. I like to do 4 because I like my scrunchies to be big, and I want big ruffles. I just want it dramatic. You can do 3 and it's gonna look perfectly fine. I just like to do 4 because I'm a bit extra, but it needs to be at least 3 to make the ruffles, ruffle. You're gonna do that all the way around the scrunchie. As you start to work around, there's gonna be a lot of stitches, so you may need to pull them back a bit to see the stitches that are hiding underneath there. If you miss a stitch, it's really not going to matter. You're barely going to be able to notice it because there's going to be so many stitches on there, so many double crochets, that you're not even going to see that it's missing a stitch in there. So you're going to do that all the way around. Then when you get to the end of that row, you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch like we did in the first row. And then you're going to chain 3 and continue on with your second row. You're going to put 3 double crochets, or at least 3 double crochets into each stitch like you did before, and continue that until you're at the end of your row. Now this second row is going to take at least double the time that it took you to do the first row because, there's a lot of stitches. But after, it's going to be so worth it. It's going to look like, almost like corals. You're going to see some of my finished products. I ended up running out of yarn, at least the green yarn. So then, and it was like literally right at the end. Like I had a little bit left and I was like, I'm not waiting until I go to Michael's or whatever to finish this little piece right here. So I went in with black, and then I ended up doing a little decor type thing. In my next row, I slip stitched the black into each stitch so that it looks kind of like, if you sewed a scrunchie, like you'd see the thread. It kind of looks like that around the edges, and I love it. So I'm gonna put some photos and stuff. I ended up making a few that I absolutely love. On a black one, I did another row of just single crochet into each stitch, and that came out really nice. That's the sparkly green one. But yeah, you can customize these any way that you like. I think chaining and maybe making something similar to a bookmark, then attaching it to the scrunchies to have it like dangled off would be so cute as well. I'm gonna try that with some skulls and some stars. But yeah, I just love these scrunchies. They're so cute, and I love how big and dramatic they are. Honestly, that's what I love the most, how big and dramatic they are. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I don't know if you can comment pictures, but I don't think so. But if you can send it to me on Instagram, my Instagram is Lainverse_world. I'd love to see what you came up with. I love you guys, and stay tuned for another trip into Lainverse. Peace.